Stop scrolling. The news you've seen is just the headline. Nicole Kidman's divorce? This is not a simple breakup. This is a 19-year story that has just imploded. This is a story of dark secrets, massive money, and a gut-wrenching betrayal that no one saw coming.
Tour, and I love what he's going to do, what he is doing, and I'm just very, very grateful to be asked to be here.
I'd done really nothing about blew our marriage to smithereens.
What if I told you that as Nicole Kidman filed for divorce, she is legally required to pay Keith Urban over $11 million for a secret pact they made on their wedding day? A pact designed to control his darkest demons. This is the insane, true story of the $11 million sobriety clause, the other woman, and the shocking custody battle that exposes the truth.
Peaceful.
And you felt that the moment you came here?
For 19 years, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban were more than just a couple. They were an idea. They were the Hollywood standard, the unbreakable, adoring Australian power duo who beat all the odds. Let's go back.
We have such a strong, deep bond and love.
They met in 2005 at a G-Day LA event. It was a classic Hollywood romance. He said he was stunned by her. She said she was smitten. They married in a fairy tale ceremony in Sydney in 2006. For nearly 2 decades, every red carpet appearance was a performance of perfect love. Always holding hands, always gazing into each other's eyes. They built a family, a home in Nashville, and a life that seemed perfect.
We got married in June 2006, and barely 4 months into our marriage, my addictions that I'd done really nothing about blew our marriage to smithereens, and I went into the Betty Ford Center for 3 months. 4 months into a marriage, I'm in rehab for 3 months with no idea what was going to happen to us. And if you want to see what love in action really looks like.
Which is why the news on September 30th, 2025 hit Hollywood like an earthquake. TMZ broke the story. Nicole Kidman herself filed the divorce papers. The official reason? The classic, cold Hollywood excuse, irreconcilable differences. But within hours, the real story began to leak from inside sources. And it was ugly. This was not a mutual, conscious uncoupling. People magazine's inside source revealed that Nicole is completely devastated, hurt, and betrayed. The source claims she was the one desperately fighting to save the marriage. This wasn't a sudden decision. The couple had reportedly been living separate lives since early summer. He had already moved out of their 12,000 square foot Nashville mansion. She was fighting to fix it. He had already left. So what happened? How does Hollywood's golden couple go from a red carpet fairy tale to a bitter separation? The truth isn't one single thing. It's a 3-part tragedy, a career clash, a cold betrayal, and a secret that's been buried in their prenup for 19 years. The breakdown seems to have started with a classic Hollywood problem, career. Nicole Kidman is having a massive career resurgence. From Big Little Lies to The Undoing to 9 Perfect Strangers, she's not just an actress, she's one of the most powerful producers in the world. At the time of the split, she was in London filming the Practical Magic sequel, The Talk of the Town. While Nicole was in this massive creative boom, Keith was back in Nashville. And according to a TMZ source, he was unhappy. He reportedly complained to friends that the marriage had grown cold, that the intimacy wasn't there, and that they were just going through the motions. This is the emotional betrayal. He allegedly checked out while she was on location. Believing she was the breadwinner for their family, he moved out. But a cold marriage is one thing. What the Daily Mail is reporting is a betrayal of a different kind. According to their sources, the talk of all of Nashville is that Keith has been seen with a younger woman from the music scene. The identity is still a mystery, but the rumor is so strong it's being cited as the final straw. Is this the real reason he moved out? Is this why the marriage was cold? While Nicole was on a film set, was Keith starting a new life with someone else? But the most shocking, the most insane part of this entire story is locked away in their 19-year-old prenup. To understand this, we have to go back to 2006. When they got married, Keith Urban was not the stable family man we see today. He was battling severe demons. He was a known partier with deep public struggles with addiction to alcohol and other substances. It was so bad that just 4 months, after their beautiful Sydney wedding, Nicole had to stage a full-blown intervention. Keith went straight to rehab for 3 months. Imagine that. You're a newlywed, and your husband is in rehab. Keith himself has credited Nicole on record with saving his life. Nicole, having just escaped one very difficult and public Hollywood marriage, was not taking any chances. She had her lawyers draft one of the most famous and now infamous clauses in Hollywood history.
Keith stopped drinking at some point soon after you got married and has talked about how supportive you were in that. What kind of advice do you have to someone whose partner or spouse needs help with that?
To get help.
Yeah.
To put your hand up, to reach out, and there is absolutely help out there. But you can't save somebody. They've got to save themselves.
It's the picture the world has been waiting to see. Wrapped in a white shawl, safely in her mother Nicole's arms, Sunday Rose Kidman Urban takes her first breaths of Aussie air. Proud dad Keith follows close behind as they climb into a waiting car for the short trip to their Sydney home. Unlike other celebrities, Nicole and Keith have refused to sell photos of their daughter, meaning this tiny bundle has an enormous price on her head. So with the paparazzi out in force, Mind has put in place a military-style operation, including decoy cars and a strategically placed oil tanker to try to block all shots. Nicole.
That payout? $600,000 per year. Now, 19 years later, you do the math. That is $11.4 million. This is the brutal, unbelievable irony as she files for divorce, allegedly because he betrayed her and he was the one who left. Nicole Kidman is legally obligated to write him a check for over $11 million as a bonus for his good behavior.
We found each other in this huge world and we're crazy about each other, you know. And we now have this family that's, you know, we've gotten to experience in our 40s. And he's got 2 little girls, so it's a big life for him now. And I'm just so glad to have met my mate, you know, the person that kind of protects me and loves me.
He sounds like a good bloke, that Keith Urban.
He's a good bloke.
I read somewhere that you liked his hands. Was that just...
Oh, well, I mean, guitarists have the best hands. I'm sorry, Carl, but they just do. Yeah.
They're all right.
No, but actually carpenters have good hands too, and mechanics. I like mechanics' hands.
This is weird.
Yeah,
Never
well,
revealed
hands
that
say
before.
a lot about a man. Okay, next question.
She is paying the man who broke her heart for the very life she saved. So what happens now? That $11 million is just the start of the financial battle. We are talking about a combined fortune estimated at $325 million. This isn't just one house. This is a global real estate empire. Mostrar fotos de sus propiedades. There's the $3.5 million penthouse in New York City, the $4.7 million mega mansion in Beverly Hills, multiple properties in their native Australia, and of course, the massive 12,000 square foot family fortress in Nashville. We already have our first sign of how this is going. Reports confirm Nicole will keep the Nashville mansion. This is where she will raise their daughters. The rest of the empire, that's what the lawyers are for. But forget the money. Let's talk about the children. Sunday, Rose and Faith Margaret. Because if you want to know how bad this split really is, just look at the custody agreement. It is not 50-50. It's not even close. Court documents reveal the agreement is stunningly lopsided. Nicole Kidman gets primary physical custody for 306 days a year. Keith Urban gets a mere 59 days. What does this tell us? This kind of agreement screams that one parent is either permanently unavailable or has been proven to be the at-fault party in the split. And here's the final kicker. A judge has ordered them both to take co-parenting classes. This isn't a friendly suggestion. It's a legal requirement. This signals that the divorce is not amicable and they need help to even be in the same room. Keith is already feeling the heat. He's on tour, and just last week, this video went viral. He's in the crowd, asks a fan her name, and she screams, "Nicole!" It is so awkward. And Nicole, she is being strong, but sources say she is devastated but focusing on her work and her daughters. What do you think about this? Is this the most twisted, ironic divorce pact in Hollywood history? Are you Team Nicole or Team Keith? And what about that custody battle? 306 days to 59. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into the stories everyone is talking about, make sure you like and subscribe.